Gemini, what is going on? I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. My name is Mel and welcome to my channel, Divine Feminine Works. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are the things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, Gemini, so this is going to be your September 2020 reading. I hope that so far September has been good to you. We're all just trying to get through it in this new normal that we call life. So hang in there. I'm hoping that even though things are crazy on like a society level, that hopefully they're not too crazy for you personally. Speaking of personally, before we get into the tarot reading, I wanted to do a quick astrology forecast for you in particular so that you know what September will bring and how to best use the energy. So this month we've got three things that are going on. We've got Mars going retrograde in the sign of Aries, and I'm filming this on September 10th, but on September 9th, Mars went retrograde in the sign of Aries, so that's one. Second, we have July going direct in the sign of Capricorn on September 12th. And then third, sorry, I forgot which one I said. I like to be consistent, but sometimes I kind of forget. Third, or whatever, last thing, we've got Saturn going direct also in the sign of Capricorn on September 29th. So with these three planets either going retrograde or going direct, we're experiencing an energetic shift. Things, I mean, as if we don't have enough shifts already, right? Don't you feel like society is just shifting all over the place? Things are happening, things are crazy, but like I said, we're also going to be experiencing this on a personal level. So let's get into it. So first, like I said, we've got Mars going retrograde in the sign of Aries, which happened yesterday on September 9th. Mars, according to Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war, and that's the exact kind of energy that Mars exudes normally. So Mars is concerned with aggression, stamina, endurance, physical activity, conflict, being headstrong, being opinionated, being defensive. These are all the hallmarks of Mars energy. And Mars first entered Aries, its home sign, back in June. So Mars has been extra potent wherever it is placed in, wherever it's happening in your chart. And for you, Gemini, Aries is your 11th house, and that covers friendships and goals. So since June, right, when Mars first entered Aries, you may have found that you really had a drive to achieve a lot of the lofty goals that you have in your life. Let's say there's something that you really wanted to do. Let's say it's to become a doctor. If that's been a goal of yours, if you wish upon a star and you're like, oh, I wish I could become a doctor, I feel like you've really been like attacking this like a ram, like head on. You've been doing the work, you've been studying, you've been doing all that, and you've been seeing some progress, you know, because Mars is very energetic. So whatever energy, wherever you direct that energy, you're almost assured to see some type of result because you're putting all your force into it. And at the same time, or apart from that, you know, like I said, Mars is also about conflict. So when it comes to your friends, your networking groups, your acquaintances, you may have had some aggression there. There may have been some conflicts. There may have been some power struggles almost when it comes to that. So that's sort of how Mars generally has been working with you since it entered the sign of Aries back in June. But like I said, Mars is going retrograde, and when a planet goes retrograde, its energy becomes recalled. Its energy, you know, it decreases in intensity. So all of that drive, all of that ambition, all of that headstrong energy that you've been experiencing is just going to come crashing down and stop. All of that energy that Mars usually exudes is not going to be available for your use. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be conflicts and aggression. There's still going to be a certain level of that. It's just not going to be as intense as it was before. But keep in mind, if you've been having issues with friends or networking groups or whomever, those issues are not going to magically go away. It's not like everyone's just going to be happy and smiley and friends again. Like you might still encounter a lot of like underlying aggression or subtle aggression. So your best bet at this time is to avoid conflict, especially as it pertains to other people. For you specifically, Gemini, as it pertains to your goals and achieving those goals, although you don't have that oomph and that horsepower that you had a couple of months back in order to achieve your goals, this retrograde period is best for re-strategizing, replanning, reassessing all of those goals and all of the strategies you're using to achieve those goals, so that once Mars goes direct on November 13th, you can hit the ground running and gain back that momentum that you might have lost during this retrograde period. So again, although it's a lull in energy, and you might even feel lazy or sluggish just generally, like you just don't have that same endurance and stamina that you had a couple of months back. Even though you don't have that, it's still a great time to use your mind. This is a great time to use your mind as opposed to like brute force and brute energy. So remember that too. So moving on to the next thing, like I said before, Jupiter is going direct in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter and Saturn, who are both going direct this month, have been conjunct in the sign of Capricorn pretty much all year. And when two planets are conjunct, they're right next to each other, sometimes right on top of each other. Not literally, but their energies are. And so their energies sort of mush together. This is also happening, not only is it happening in Capricorn, but there's also another planet in the mix in this conjunction, and that's Pluto. And Pluto is dark, heavy energy. Pluto is death, it's rebirth, it's regeneration, it's transformation. So needless to say, and Jupiter and Saturn they're not small players either. All three planets, at least Jupiter and Saturn, are really big and very heavy, and this energy is very intense. And all of this has been happening in your 8th house of transformation. Your 8th house covers transformation. It covers sex. It covers shared resources. So for those of you who are married or who have a serious partner that you live with or that you have sex with, you've been undergoing a lot of like crazy energy when it comes to that area of your life. This also includes shared resources. So if you have joint bank accounts with this person, if you share funds with this person, if you, by way of shared resources, if you have loans that you've been taking out, if you're dealing with taxes or inheritances, all of that stuff has been going a major change and major shift all of 2020, and even probably since late 2019. That area of your life of sex, intimacy, shared resources, transformation even. All of this may not have anything to do with anyone else but with you, Gemini. You may be experiencing a deep transformation personally within yourself. But needless to say, all of that stuff has been going some serious energetic shifts for the entire year. And that's not stopping right now. In fact, you're having another shift once Jupiter and Saturn go direct this month. So what does that mean? Jupiter is a very positive planet. It bestows abundance. It bestows good fortune, luck, optimism. It broadens your horizons. And when Jupiter was retrograde, Jupiter was debilitated. So it didn't have the energy to do all of those things that it normally does. So in that area of your life, when Jupiter was direct, you may have been experiencing little pockets of fortune, sprinklings of blessings every now and then. But since May, when Jupiter first went retrograde, that just wasn't happening because Jupiter didn't have the energy to do it. Now that Jupiter is going direct, now you can expect these little sprinklings of positivity and optimism and good fortune. At the same time, remember what I said before, Saturn and Jupiter are conjunct, so they're smushed together. Their energies are in this pot just stewing together, right? Saturn, on the other hand, is almost like the opposite of Jupiter. energy wise. Whereas Jupiter is optimistic, it's expansive, it broadens your horizons. Saturn restricts. Saturn crystallizes. Saturn puts things in place. Saturn is responsible for obstacles, delays, fears, doubts, all of that sort of negative stuff that we experience in life. A lot of that stuff that we experience, it's Saturn energy that's behind it. So that's how Saturn operates normally. So at the same time that you've had Jupiter retrograde, not being able to sprinkle blessings on you, you've had Saturn retrograde, which might have been a good thing, because retrograde Saturn can't throw monkey wrenches into your plans. It can't make you have fear or doubt or delay things. So there's been a recall of that Saturn energy while Saturn was retrograde. But going back to what I said before, Saturn is about to go direct. So now at the end of the month, it's going to go direct. It's going to have that energy to do what it normally does, which is teach you hard lessons, which is exact karma onto you or onto the things that you do. It's going to delay things. But all of that stuff, I mean, in life, we need positive and negative. We can't just have positive all the time. Negative, it's a lot of character building and development happens in times of adversity or when things are not going well, right? Aren't the best sailors made during storms? That's exactly how you can categorize Saturn energy. And now that it's going direct, it can throw all that stuff your way too. The interesting thing about these planets being conjunct is that good deeds are going to be rewarded almost instantly, whereas bad deeds are going to be punished almost instantly. So keep that in mind once these planets start going direct and we start moving forward in this energy. And again, this is all happening in your 8th house of transformation, sex, and shared resources. So all of those things that I mentioned before, those are all the things that are going to be under the thumb of Jupiter and Saturn now that they're going direct. So keep that in mind. So moving on a more mundane and regular level, let's talk about the sun and how that is affecting you. You know, the sun changes signs every month. So currently we're in Virgo season, and Virgo is your 4th house of home and domestic affairs. Now, wherever the sun is and wherever the sun is shining, that is where your emphasis is. That's where your focus is. That's what comes to light for you to deal with. So being in your 4th house of home and domestic affairs, at the beginning of this month, or at least up until September 23rd, your focus is going to be directed towards home matters. It could be your actual physical home. It could be property or real estate matters, property that you own. It could be family relationships, particularly your relationship with your mother. All of these things are coming into your focus, and all of these things are things that you're going to be dealing with while the sun is in Virgo. Come September 23rd, the sun is going to be moving into the sign of Libra, and that's your 5th house of self-expression, of children, and of romance. So Virgo characteristically is quite serious. They are concerned with working diligently, organizing. So when it comes to your family affairs, like I said, that you're dealing with at the beginning of the month, you're going to have a more serious and more you're going to be concerned with organizing things at home, making things work efficiently. You're going to be focused on providing service for family members and things of that nature. When the sun goes into Libra, you're going to have a more lighthearted and a more fun type of energy that you're going to direct towards having fun, entertainment, the relationship with your kids, creating things that you're passionate about. Libra is concerned with relationships. So when the sun moves into the sign of Libra, for some of you, that would be a great time to start flirting. That would be a great time to maybe have flings, to have lighthearted energy when it comes to how you relate to people. Also, you might find that your relationship with your kids takes on a more lighthearted and fun type of nature. So it's a lot of good stuff to look forward to, Gemini. It's just there's also a lot of murky waters to navigate, but Again, my advice to everyone during this time is try your best to just roll with the punches. Don't go too high, don't go too low. Try to stay somewhere in the middle and just take things as they come. All right, so that's been the astrology for the month of September. Let's get into the tarot reading and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. All right, so this is for Gemini for September 2020. Let's get 3 cards here. We've got 1. Let's get 2 more. We've got 2. Everyone's been getting this card. Let's get 1 more. We've got 3. Okay, so the first one we've got is Come to the Edge. A lot of people have been getting, a lot of other signs have been getting this card as well. Second card we've got is Time to Take a Nap. A lot of people just need rest. And I'm not even talking about just sleep in general, like just rest from the craziness that's going on. And we've got a change in the wind. This directly speaks to these energy shifts that are coming up. I feel like, again, what I was just saying before about taking a break from the craziness and from society. There's a lot of change going on, a lot of flux. Take some time out to rest, because I feel like you're going to need your energy to start something new. Something new that Spirit is pushing you towards. Something that's going to require you to have faith. And self-love is what I'm hearing. I'm interested to see what this new thing is. I'm sure you're interested to see it too, so let's get to it. At the bottom of the deck, we've got Imagine. So I feel like there's certain goals that I think Spirit is going to want you to work on, things that you've been imagining. And this goes back, I'm looking at the chart, this goes back to what I was saying before in the astrology forecast. Mars retrograde is happening in your 11th house of friendship and goals. That's why you need to rest up. This Mars retrograde period especially, take a break from the craziness. Don't get into any conflicts, or I don't know why I hear scuffles. Mars is also about fighting. So some of you may feel like you about that life. I'm hearing Knuck if you buck right now, for those of you who know what that song is about. Don't get into any of that. Don't get into any of that, all right? Preserve your energy, because there's something that you're going to need it for a goal of yours. But let's take a look at some of the other cards and see what this really is. All right. Yeah, we knocking and bucking and ready to fight. Please do not fight right now. I cannot tell you how important it is to really not fight anybody right now. So Gemini, y'all are more, Gemini, y'all have those sharp ass tongues. Y'all aren't, some of you are really about y'all really are with the shits, and y'all will really fuck somebody up with your hands. But mostly you guys are like, you've got tongues of like sharp ass tongues, and you can really cut somebody down with your words. So please don't do that this month. Please just, everyone's going through it. Everybody's aggy, irritated, frustrated. It's really not going to do you any good. But anyway, let's get into this. We've got the Hanged Man, and this speaks directly to what I was saying before about taking a nap. This is a timeout. This is retreating. This is some sort of sacrifice that you're doing in order to see things from a different perspective. And this is a major arcana, so it's Spirit that's giving you this timeout. Something happened beyond your control that's making you take a pause, and that's making you take a break. And it's having you see things from a completely different perspective. We've got the World. You've come full circle with something. Perhaps a relationship, because you've got the Two of Cups here. Remember I said self-love before, right? Self-love. Yeah, you've come full circle with something or someone. I feel like this situation, it's a situation that's come to an end. Maybe that's also why it's time to take a break, because something has run its course. And I feel like it's definitely been a long time coming. And it's really like put you through the ringer. Like, I feel like this speaks towards, the World card is really Saturn energy. And again, Saturn is in your 8th house. So this might be an intimate partnership that you might need to take a break from. There's a lot of lessons you've learned though. Being that it's a house of transformation, you might have just gotten out of a intimate relationship with somebody. Or it's changing in a very dramatic and drastic way. Some of you really may be single right now. Just gotten out of something serious. But let's look into this further. We've got the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords oftentimes denotes like lying, cheating, deception. Yeah. That's too many. Let's get 2 more cards out here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you may have been involved with an earth sign. And then we've got the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is all about wishes come true. And that also falls within your 11th house where Mars is going retrograde. This relationship may not have been romantic. For those of you where it was, I feel like it might have been a marriage or at least an intimate partnership, like someone that you were having sex with. For others of you, I feel like it's like, it may be almost like business relationships or networking relationships where you guys decide to work together in the same industry or online or something like that. With the Queen of Pentacles here, I'm feeling like this really might be a work thing, a work relationship. Either way, someone in this relationship, whether it's business or personal, was not being true. Someone was being deceptive. Doing things under the surface and doing things underhanded. Almost like they were being self-serving. Y'all may have been working towards a shared goal, but I feel like this person was either doing some stuff on the side or they were doing something that was to their own interest. And that's what you need to take a break from. Yeah, there might have been a lot of chaos, conflict. Definitely since June, since Mars went into your 11th house, I feel like not only did this come to light, but some of you really may want to fight this person. I'm getting, like, I'm feeling amped right now. Like some of you are really amped. And that's why Spirit is like, I need you to chill for a second. I need you to take a nap. I need you to chill out for a second and just follow my lead. That's what Spirit is saying to you. Because y'all were ready to straight fight this person. It's almost like Spirit, like you about ready to fight this person, and Spirit like yokes you up and is like, no, chill. Chill, come on. Let's sit down for a second. Let's take a nap. Let's withdraw from the situation so we can see things from a different perspective. Maybe there's something about this like, so you became aware of this deception, but I feel like there's more to the story that you need to know. That's why you need to take this break. But regardless, I feel like you've come full circle with this person, and you might not deal with this person anymore. You might not do business with this person anymore. You're really focused more on what you want. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she's very confident. She knows exactly what she wants. She goes after it. She's not timid. I feel like that's the energy you may need to exude this month. Especially, again, this all speaks back to Mars. Mars, Aries, that's fire sign. That's fire energy. I think that's the energy that you need to exude when it comes to your goals. and remove yourself from people that are going to take away from you, especially as it pertains to work. All right, let's get some more cards out here. Let's get one on the Hanged Man. We've got mature man. Yeah, I'm hearing take the high road. Instead of fighting, instead of like giving this person a serious tongue lashing or even physically fighting them, I need you to take the high road, and I need you to step back. Retreat. So you can see things from a different vantage point. Let's get one on the universe. Yeah, we've got thief. That's why things have come to an end, because someone was, I'm hearing double dealing, double dipping. This person was just self-dealing. That's why things have come to an end and they've run their course. Let's get one on the Two of Cups. We have the Privileged Lady. So I feel like when this partnership came about and when you decided to work with this other person, I feel like you really had, y'all really wanted to do well financially. Like this goal that you had was to have this partner and you guys level up and y'all become like the Privileged Lady, which is a person of wealth, a person of status. I think that that was the original intention for this partnership. And I feel like that's ultimately what you still really want. Maybe just not with this person. Yeah, definitely not with this person. Okay. Let's get one on the Seven of Swords here. I'm not inclined to take those. There we go. Yeah, we've got occupation. So you were definitely working with this person. Y'all may have had a business together or just were under contract to work together. And you really thought that this was going to be it. Like you really thought that this, you and this person working together was like, I'm hearing like the secret ingredient to really like making it big or really having a lot of wealth or elevating yourself. But this person's deception at work is what's causing this change in the wind and this conflict between you and them. Okay, we got one on the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we've got Lovers. This person was pretty much, I'm almost certain, was an earth sign. So that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or if this person wasn't any of those signs, yeah, I'm seeing like, this looks like a ram here. So yeah, I'm seeing someone, they were very aggressive. And they might have been the person who was dealing with the money. So I feel like this person might have managed money. Or if you guys split roles in this partnership, this person was responsible for money. They might have been... No. It's what I said before. This person was dealing with the money. They were the money manager. They were the organizer. They might have been just the manager, period. They might have been siphoning off money, obviously. With this thief card here, they might have been stealing money, embezzling. I keep hearing double dealing or double dipping. Take that as it resonates. That's what this person was doing. Let's get, okay. We've got House. Yeah, you wanted security with this. Or I'm hearing like a security breach or security matter that might be of importance to, you guys if you're watching. But I feel like with this, you wanted security and you wanted to work with only this person. Like you might have had other people in mind, or there might have been other people who wanted to work with you or wanted in on this project or this goal or whatever, but you closed it off and you only worked with this person in particular. Because you believe that you and this person could really make some money together. And that's not what happened. This person might have made money for themselves, but the cost was to you. Like at your detriment, to your detriment is what I'm trying to say. And then we've got pathway. Like this was all a journey for you. And this was the path that you were supposed to take. almost to say that this is how things had to unfold, especially with this Saturn card here. Like, you had to go through this lesson. And I hope that you get the lesson from this. Like, you have to learn who you associate with and who you can trust. That's why you gotta take a step back and see everything. I'm feeling like you need to see why this person did what they did. You need to get to the bottom of why they did what they did. And I feel like there's gonna be a valuable lesson in that for you. All right, let's get some astrology cards on here to close out the reading. Okay, we've got 5th house, which, as I said before, is your house of Libra. Libra is your 5th house, and that's the house of fun. That's the house of entertainment. Definitely towards the end of the month, take some time out to just have some fun. I feel like this has been weighing on your mind for a while, and it's been really heavy. Use the latter part of this month to just have some fun. I think you owe that to yourself, Gemini. Let's get another card out here. There we go. We've got Aquarius. I feel like, again, I don't get the sense that it's an Aquarius that you're having this issue with, but I feel like an Aquarius is going to help you fix this issue. Yeah, I do feel like an Aquarius is going to help you fix this issue. So maybe you have an Aquarius around you. Maybe you need to hire someone who's an Aquarius to help fix this whole situation. Because if there's like embezzlement and stuff like that, you may need to get a lawyer. You may need to get someone else, an independent party, to sort of put the pieces of everything back together. And that person might be an Aquarius. They might get you to see things that you're not able to see in this situation. Okay, let's get one last card out here to close out the reading. Cool. All right, we've got 7th house. 7th house is all about relationships. I feel like, again, this goes back to someone that you were in a business relationship with. Like, it's really hammering down on that point. So yeah, like I said, resist the urge to fight this person. Take a step back, have some fun, have some lighthearted energy. I can assure you that it's going to help you see this situation in a different light, from a different perspective, and be on the lookout for an Aquarius that might lend a hand in the cleanup with all this. All right, Gemini, that has been your reading for September 2020. I hope that you were able to get at least one message out of it. If you'd like to book a personal tarot reading with me or order an astrology report, those links are in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. I have a weekly series called The Week Ahead, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a tarot reading on the energies for the week ahead, so you know what to expect and how to prepare. So follow me there so you don't miss that. Another series that I have here on this channel on YouTube is called The Stargazer, and it is just a weekly astrology forecast, again, so you know what energies to expect and how to prepare. So definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of that. As always, Gemini, everything I do is from the bottom of my heart and is a labor of love. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying me a coffee, that link is in the description box as well. As always, my loves, it is a privilege and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you for watching this reading, and I'll see you in my next video.